Republican senators of the United States. My name is Jesse Sandoval, and I want to start off by telling you guys a little story about a cousin of mine. His name is Eduardo. He's 20 years old, so my age, and he went to high school. He graduated from high school, and then of course he went to elementary and middle school. And when it was time to go to college, he couldn't afford it. His parents couldn't afford it. His parents are illegal, so they work at a factory and they don't really make too much money. So what happened is he ended up getting a job, and his job, he started working for UPS. And what he does is he does a lot of like the packaging and stuff like that. So he has to work really late or really early in the morning, actually 1 o'clock in the morning. So one day on his way to work, he's driving, and he's driving down to Riverside. He's going pretty fast, he's kind of late for work, and he gets pulled over. And a police officer asks him license, registration, but he doesn't have a license. He was actually born in Mexico. He was brought here when he was 1. They've been living here the whole time, but he doesn't have a license, and he was driving. So what happens? He gets deported. So now my cousin, 20-year-old, is living in Mexico. He's been living here his whole life. He knows Spanish. He knows a little bit about the culture, but he's been living here, so he's learned the whole American culture. And now he's living in Mexico, where it's and actually TJ, where it's like poverty's really, really increased, and there's a lot of homeless people, a lot of problems out there. And imagine, put yourself in his shoes, a 20-year-old living by himself in Mexico, no work, no money. It's tough. So what we have to do, my cousins, my aunts, they have to send him money once a week because he doesn't have money for work. So in August 1st, 2001, Dick Dublin and Orrin Hatch, they brought up they proclaimed this law called the DREAM Act, which would enable students or illegal immigrants opportunity at a better chance of continuing their education and better chance of going to getting a better job and ultimately working their way towards citizenship. So in this speech, I will talk to you. I will argue that the DREAM Act should be passed, and the 3 reasons to support my thesis are that 1, the problem right now with the United States is the economy, and the solution to that is the DREAM Act. If the DREAM Act is passed, it will help out the economy. And the 3rd thing I want to talk about is that it will not lead to an invasion of more illegal immigrants, like people have said. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the problem with the United States economy right now. And for Republicans, this is a big concern. The problem right now is that everything is really expensive. Everything, we can't afford much things. The unemployment rate has been increasing. Like I said, everything's really expensive. And because everything's so expensive, people can't go to college and continue their education. So according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are 12.5 million people in the United States who are unemployed. And that's a big number. And out of those 12.5 million, 24.9% of them are teenagers. So that's people of our ages who are unemployed because there's not enough jobs out there right now. So that's really the economy is really affecting the jobs out there. And out of all those people that are unemployed, there's 10.3% of them are Hispanics, which is because they're illegal and they don't have the papers to work. And another statistic from the Bureau of Labor Statistics is that there are 7.4 people working part-time jobs, and as you guys know, part-time jobs it's really hard to pay for rent, pay for your bills, all that kind of stuff. And the reason why people are working these part-time jobs is because there's not enough jobs out there that are full-time jobs, and because people don't have the time to work a full-time job because they're going to school or they have to take care of other things at the same time. So this is really affecting. And another thing that's affecting the economy is because of the economy, everything's so expensive, the number of people that are going to college has been decreasing. This reporter for the Chronicle, her name is Debbie Santiano, she said that there's 29% of applicants have been decreasing. So there's not enough applicants or people applying for colleges as there was back then. So the number of people applying for colleges has been decreasing, especially illegal immigrants, because they don't have the papers, the documentation to actually go to continue their education. So this is something that's been really big for the people. So the economy has really affected the people because there's not enough jobs out there. There's not enough people continuing education, which will lead to no jobs out there. So what I want to proclaim is that the DREAM Act is a solution to the economy right now. The DREAM Act, like I said, it will allow or give illegal immigrants the opportunity to continue their education For many people, this is a really good thing because it will allow them to, the people who are not able to continue education because of the tuition prices, they will be admitted or given the opportunity to get some financial aid, and this will give them the opportunity to continue education. And if you have a better education, you will ultimately get a better job. And ultimately, what the DREAM Act is for is to try to give people residency as a U.S. citizen. So the DREAM Act, I think it's a solution because, like I said, it will give people opportunity at more jobs, ultimately working towards citizenship. And pretty much, if you have citizenship, you're going to be able to return to the economy, to the United States, what they've been paying for you this whole time. So this is a solution, is that the DREAM Act will help you continue like returning taxes to the economy because they have been paying for you this whole time. There's a couple things that are required before the DREAM Act, or to be a beneficiary of the DREAM Act, which is you have to be brought into the United States before the age of 16. So that's most younger people are, if the DREAM Act is passed, they will be able to benefit from this. You have to be between the ages of 12 and 35 and live in the United States for 5 consecutive years since the passing of the DREAM Act. So the DREAM Act will help all these people, and it will allow them to continue their education, work towards a better job, and ultimately towards citizenship and return to the country that they've learned to love and live. So that will help out. Many people think that the DREAM Act will lead to an invasion of illegal immigrants, and his name is Stephen Camarato. He's director of research for immigration studies. Says that where there's an amnesty for illegal immigration will lead to there's a concern that it will lead to further invasion of illegal immigrants. What that means is that people believe that if you allow this bill or the DREAM Act to pass, that it will lead to more people coming to the United States illegally. And I disagree with that. Like people have said, that the DREAM Act, it will help millions of immigrants, allow them to continue education, and it will kind of lead other people to come in. But the people that are coming in are going to know that they have a proper way of doing it. So they have to know about the whole process, and it won't just give them an opportunity to just come in free like people will think. And of course, there's this new law that Mitt Romney had said that he wanted to put up a 2,600 mile border from coast to coast to stop illegal immigration. So this won't allow an invasion of illegal immigrants. So in this speech, I talked to you guys about I believe that the DREAM Act should be passed, and the reasons why I believe it should be passed, because number one, the economy right now is horrible, and there's not enough jobs out there. There's not enough people continue education, and the solution to that would be the DREAM Act, which will allow illegal immigrants the opportunity to continue their education, get better jobs, work towards citizenship, and ultimately return to the American economy. And I said why it wouldn't lead to an invasion of illegal immigrants. And unfortunately for my cousin who's living in Mexico right now, if this bill would have been passed in 2001, which when it first was talked about, he wouldn't be living in Mexico, and he would be here with going to school like everyone else. So thank you for your time.